Welcome to our latest episode of C-Band's Member Spotlight. I'm Curtis Dean with C-Band, and today we're excited to talk to Glenn Paul. He's with Innovative Systems, and Innovative Systems is one of C-Band's associate members. And hey, Glenn, thanks for coming on with us today. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me, Curtis. I'm glad to be
Yeah.
here.
It's rare for you and I to see each other not at a trade show because that's where we usually interact, right? Either at our C-Band Spring Summit or out on the road. You know, you're like most entities that are associate members of C-Band. You're out there a lot, aren't you? Talking to people and visiting existing clients looking for new ones. So
Absolutely. Yeah, the road warriors, right? Go out and talk to everybody we can.
That's always the title I assign to people like you, and I'm so glad you do what you do because I would probably go insane if I had to be on the
Well, you're out there quite a bit too, though. So.
Well, I am, yeah, but I'm not tied to a table usually. That's
true.
That's the beauty of it. I'm usually out networking with people. But well, enough about our travel problems, man. Let's hear a little bit more about Innovative Systems. First of all, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your role at Innovative.
Sure. So Glenn Paul with Innovative Systems. I've been with the company for about 18 years now. For 15 of those years, I worked in our billing support department, really getting to know our product. Elation is what I worked on. Most of the time I was out doing installs, working with our customers, showing them how to use the software. So I got very, very familiar with how the ins and outs of everything worked in our product. And then about 3 years ago, they asked, "Hey, do you want to go out and tell more people about the product?" So that's where I really landed. So now I'm out there at the conferences, sitting at the booth, talking with as many people as possible, explaining what Elation does and how it's going to help simplify and make things more efficient in their operations.
Well, Elation is going to be the focus of our conversation today. Innovative, you do a lot of other cool things, and we'll mention those. But Elation is what is called in the industry a BSS OSS. Now, let's demystify and take those acronyms apart so that the people who aren't telecom engineers out there that are watching this understand what is an OSS BSS.
Sounds good. And we're really working on making that another acronym, making it simpler. Just call it Subscriber Management Platform. So taking it into this century, right, from the OSS BSS world to Subscriber Management Platform. So what is a Subscriber Management Platform really? You're going to have your customer data records in there, all of your charge codes, everything that you need to be able to bill the customer. But then on top of that, you will need to have a lot more record keeping with the customer data, such as their facilities. So you know what kind of plant they have. Are they fiber? Are they still copper? Then we're going to go into the provisioning pieces of it so that you can actually auto provision all those customers, whether that's a broadband service, video service, a voice service, whatever you're offering as a product. And then you also want to be able to see where those facilities are at on a mapping system. And then you want to be able to tie all that back together into how you're actually going to receive that money from the customer and handle all your GLs. So when we wrap all that together into one solution, that's where we really come together with that subscriber management platform.
I like subscriber management platform because it's only 3 letters as opposed to 6 letters and a dash. So
we're already simplifying.
Hats off to you guys. Maybe you've just coined a phrase that the rest of the industry can adopt to as well. Well, no, that's great. And I obviously have known you for a long time. When I was working at other entities before I was doing this, I worked with ones that are using Innovative Systems platforms on a daily basis, not only your subscriber management platform, but your IPTV platform. So you guys have obviously got deep roots in the community. How did the company get started? Because I think it's a great story about, this is kind of a homegrown success story, really.
It really is. So our founder, Roger Music, back in 1998, started Innovative Systems. He started out with an application peripheral that was tied into Nortel switches at the time. So doing voicemail, caller name database, and telemarketer call screening eventually is really what founded Innovative Systems. And shortly after the brand was put out there, Roger started having previous customers call and ask, when are you going to get into a billing system? When are you going to get that OSS BSS out there? So we started working on that product, and in 2001, our first Elation customer came online. Um, since then, we've grown the business. We've done over 193 conversions to our Elation product, and grown from just a billing product into our financials product, mapping, and all the provisioning that goes with it. So with what Roger's done to be able to create this community out of almost nothing, just a little bit of previous experience, has been wonderful for our community in Mitchell. Innovative Systems now employs over 212 employees. We have over 70 developers working on all of our products. So very good paying jobs for our small community of about 15,000 people. And then also some of our local community vendors, Mitchell Telecom being one of those, get to use our products and really help give us feedback directly of how they're using our products, our video middleware, our voice products, and our subscriber management platform.
You almost have your kind of in-house lab, test lab there with Mitchell Telecom, don't you?
We do, and it's been a great partnership with them, being able to have instant feedback.
One of the things that I liked about Innovative in my experience back in a previous career was you guys really provide a lot of amazing and outstanding support to your current clients. One of my favorite events to attend my days at Spencer Municipal Utilities was your annual user event. I got to drive to Mitchell, see the Corn Palace a few times, always learned a lot. And it wasn't just about the devices itself that you're using, but a lot of other industry things and just really good training and value add to your customers. So hats off to you on that.
And I'm going to throw in a little extra. So we've grown that event, and it's now named Elevate. So that'll be in October. Everything's online to be able to get registered for that. We do some great golfing outings now at Great Shots over in Sioux Falls. We have all of the how-to of all the new products that we're pushing out, all the new features, along with some thought leadership of where we should be going for best practices in the industry.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Is that the Elevate? Is that been repurposed here recently? Is that new? A new
last year was our first year of renaming it to Elevate.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So bigger and better than ever.
Well, that's fantastic. And where will you be doing that event at?
That will be in Sioux Falls at the Premier Center.
Excellent. Well, you mentioned close to 200 systems that you're working with, so maybe you can get quite a few of those fine folks to show up and come to visit you at your show this fall. So appreciate you giving us the heads up on that, and make sure we know about that so we can get that out to our C-band members through our Broadband Bites email newsletter. Hey, I understand, Glenn, you got a few slides to walk us through to help us give us a little more in-depth look at Elation and what you guys all do there.
Yeah, just a couple brief things, just some high level, really talking about what how we founded the company, where we're sitting at today. I mentioned the 200 employees, 70 developers, and then we have over 1.5 million end user subscribers that are supported through the Elation subscriber management platform. And really what we're trying to do is just simplify your operations for a internet service provider, a utility, anybody that's trying to get communications out for their customers or their members. We talked a little bit about our product already. So Elation is what we've been focused on. That's really my bread and butter of what I work with. And you see it still says OSS Made Easy there, but it is that subscriber management platform with the full suite of tools, everything that you're going to need to run your operations. We want to have it built into our software so you're not having to go out and find 13 different vendors to make something work. Really save your time on that. And just have it in one box for you.
Also allows you to avoid multiple fingers pointing in multiple directions.
Exactly. We've all kind of been there when you say, well, this isn't working. Whose fault is it? Right. Yeah. Some people call that one pane of glass to look through when you just have the one vendor. I also say it's one throat to choke.
One throat to choke or one butt to kick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have our video middleware, which is named InnoStream. With the InnoStream, that is a IPTV product that right now we are the most widely deployed middleware for small to medium-sized businesses in North America. And really what we're working with there is delivering your content to your subscribers, handling the encryption, the encoding, and just making it so that you can put that out through a streaming device, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, whatever type of device, bring your own device type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have our AP Max that's still running out there for voicemail, ACD services, caller name, things like that. So those are our products that we have. Then kind of jumping in, Curtis, just for the Elation side, when we talk about that subscriber management, a lot of times people think of billing when we talk about that. So we have this slide to kind of break down what Elation really can mean for you, broken down into 4 different modules: our billing, mapping, financials, and provisioning. And then there's also kind of a 5th element in there right now too, is the e-com side, where you really want to be able to have your customers go out and sign themselves up, see what products you have, so that they're not calling your CSRs, or if they have on a whim on a Friday night at midnight that they want to order internet service, they have a place to go do that, and so that that service can be available for your technicians to install hopefully the next week.
Great.
And then just a couple of key takeaways of really what we're trying to do at Innovative Systems. This is true for the Elation side and the video side, is we want to be a true enterprise software for you. We want to make things as automated and as efficient as possible. And doing that, we want to go through simplification. So simplify your processes, simplify your vendors, the count of vendors that you have to work with, allow your IT team to work on the network, not on integrations, which then creates efficiency for your teams to be able to work together, being able to share data across multiple departments without having to dump out spreadsheets or have talk in 2 different languages. And then finally, we want to be able to give you the best support. So we believe our product is very good, but you always need somebody to help you out with something. And we want to be there for you, phone call away, email call away, or email away for you. So we're going to be there to help you out if something that you don't know how to do or if something does break. So we want to be there. And that's what I got, Curtis.
Fantastic. You know, I think that support after the sale, I mentioned it earlier. I can't emphasize how important that is as someone who comes from a broadband background and working with different vendors, the ones that take care of you and they're not just selling you something and then you never see them again. I think that's one of the reasons it's, I know that you have personally, Glenn, and other Innovative staff in the past have always wanted to participate in some of these customer driven events like the IAMU Broadband Conference, the C-band summits, and fall forums. So because that's as much there to support the people that already have your stuff as you are to sell new stuff to them, which is, I think, very important.
Absolutely. And really, the best references we have are our customers that are happy with the product. Mm-hmm. So I want to be able to talk to all my existing customers, make sure they're getting what they need, because they're going to talk to their peers and have way more impact than I can have.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This is a relationship business, obviously. Most industries come right down to that. It's all about relationship forming and, sharing your relationship with others, or in my case, sharing my relationship and my experience with others. That's exactly. And that's how organizations grow, right? I mean, that's how little old C-band has grown to nearly 190 members. It's just people saying, hey, you should talk to these people. They do a good job.
Curtis is a good guy, right? He's helping us out. He's got good information to share. So
exactly. Well, I do my best. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. We did talk about your Elation event. So I want to actually show the website for that. I was able to get that up. So this is your Elation conference. Now, is this open to just existing Elation users? Is this open to people who are just Elation curious, perhaps?
Yeah, so if you're interested in learning more about Elation in general, we definitely would invite you to sign up and come with us. And if you are wondering a little bit more about it, but you don't want to truly sign up yet, feel free to just reach out to me. I can talk with you, tell you what we have going on, and really go through what we do at the conference.
Well, I just got to the point where you had me at golf here. I'm scrolling through. So that sounds like fun. And golf is, everybody's looking for an excuse to swing a club once in a while, especially if you're around people you like and people you know. So that sounds fantastic. Yeah. So Glenn, I'm going to make sure, is it okay to share your email address?
Absolutely. Please do.
All right. I'm going to put that up here on a banner so people can see it. Also, for those of you who are just listening to this in audio form only, which we totally understand, at least half of our views are actually just listens on our audio platforms. I'll make sure that we put this in the comments too. First, I got to find your email. There it is. It's pretty easy. Why did I make that so difficult?
I try to keep things very easy for people. I have 2 first names, so I go by both of them. If anybody calls me Paul, I'll answer by that. So.
That's one of the things you and I have always had in common. We both have the whole first name syndrome or last name syndrome, whichever you want to say. So yeah, I'm putting it up on the screen right now. There's how you get a hold of Glenn, and he can lead you to whatever your solutions are needed or answer your questions, whether you're an existing Innovative Systems client or, again, you're innovative curious. This is a great opportunity to reach out to Glenn, and it's just Glenn P at innovsys.com, which is
2 N's in Glenn and 2 N's in Innov. So
there you go. And anything else you want to share before we let you get on with your busy day?
No, I think that we've covered a lot there, Curtis. I appreciate the time being able to talk to you and to your C-band members. It's always great seeing you. And if anybody's out and about, always reach out to me. Glad to talk with you.
Absolutely. And hey, we really do appreciate Innovative being a C-band associate member. You guys have been there for us for the past several years. And, while most of our memberships are open and free in the various other categories, our associate members give us a little cash that helps us do the things we do. And so we greatly appreciate that support and look forward to seeing you probably across from a table or on a trade show floor somewhere coming soon.
Very soon, I have a feeling.
I see you'll be at Fiber Connect, so I might run into you there.
Awesome. We'll have a drink together.
There you go. Well, I can't pass that up either. All right. Our guest today has been Glenn Paul. He's with Innovative Systems, which is a C-band associate member. And we want to thank everybody for joining us and having part of the conversation here with Innovative on our latest edition of Member Spotlight.
Thanks again, Curtis.